slack because this isn't ordinary. They are moving the goalposts so quickly on the middle class because of the housing. Even that slide you just brought up, someone making $77,000 cannot qualify for a $400,000 home. That's the first time that's ever happened in the past 50 years. So they're being forced to rent. It's eating up 50% of their income. 50+% say we're in a recession. 58% say the economy is getting worse. It's not. By all objective measures, it's getting better. People keep feeling worse. Why is that? I think it depends on the age, because I think we're kind of living in two separate economies, if you will. Because if you're somebody who's over 60 years old, if you have a $400,000 home and you have just property taxes and homeowners insurance for $600 a month, that is significantly better than a millennial or Gen Z or spending $2,500 for rent or $3,600 for a mortgage. So I think people under 40 are really feeling the stress about the economy, saying it's not good because housing's up, college is up, daycare is through the roof. But I think people over 60 who sit back and go, my 401k is looking good, my house went up 40%, the economy's doing well, groceries are high, but we can deal. So I think it just depends on the age, because the millennials and Gen Zs are the ones really struggling. We got to cut the millennials and Gen Z some slack because this isn't ordinary. They are moving the goalposts so quickly on the middle class because of the housing. Even that slide you just brought up, someone making $77,000 cannot qualify for a $400,000 home. That's the first time that's ever happened in the past 50 years. So they're being forced to rent. It's eating up 50% of their income. 50+% say we're in a recession. 58% say the economy is getting worse. It's not. By all objective measures, it's getting better.
Like the black
keep
one?
feeling worse. Why is that? I think it depends on the age, because I think we're kind of living in two separate economies, if you will. Because if you're somebody who's over 60 years old, if you have a $400,000 home and you have just property taxes and homeowners insurance for $600 a month, that is significantly better than a millennial or Gen Z or spending $2,500 for rent or $3,600 for a mortgage. So I think people under 40 are really feeling the stress about the economy, saying it's not good because housing's up, college is up, daycare is through the roof. But I think people over 60 who sit back and go, my 401k is looking good, my house went up 40%, the economy's doing well, groceries are high, but we can deal. So I think it just depends on the age, because the millennials and Gen Zs are the ones really struggling.
Are we live? Is this live?
We are live.
Hello, civilians.
We are here. We are here.
We made it.
We made it through.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up for Civilian Discourse. We're going to have some talks about what do we got. We started off with the housing thing, and yeah, I think there's two groups of people. There's the people that are worried about buying a house and people that are worried about their golf handicap.
Not the golf handicap.
Yeah.
I can't believe they were actually arguing about their golf handicap.
That's just
on live TV.
Well, and I think Biden just couldn't handle an insult. And it took him the rest of his time just to come back with, oh, wait, no, I'll take you. Do you carry your own bag? Like Biden could ever carry a bag of golf clubs for 9 holes, let alone 18. And he's trying to challenge Trump to do that.
By the way, I would play golf with my mother. I would carry her golf bag and walk with her. It was good work. I enjoyed it.
Hey, who was that?
Masha. That's Masha. That's the better half.
That is a better half. Did you find him? I'm getting her set up so she can run the chats and keep you animals in line. But to do that, I'm going to have to get her some audio.
We don't have a Smasha right now.
No. Masha incoming.
Look, Kill Your Egregore said, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Sorry, guys. You get to see how the sausage is made. There we go. No, turn that one off. There we go. There we go. Just that easy. She'll be a couple seconds behind us, but at least she'll be able to hear what you're saying.
We live.
We're way too live.
we doing the damn thing. Hey, Smasha. Okay,
Do you need some
so
help? Yes, you
she
put
need
that
she
over
need a
here.
minute
There you go.
because Todd Smith has been doing the comments all this time. This is the first time the better half has gone into the StreamYard to do the live. So give her grace because
Yes,
it's not easy.
these are her training wheels.
Exactly. Give her grace and give her love. Because even Todd Smith fucks up. I'm like, what you doing over there? She sits right next to me over here.
Yes, this was
I have a catty corner desk. Well, let me show you.
And I had 1 minute notice.
yes. Yes. She said she got dropped on her in 1
My
minute
desk,
notice. So that's on me.
exactly. So
My
this is
fault.
the other side of my desk, and then I turn around, and that's where I am. So she sits right here, and I
You
could
might be
tell
on.
her, I can mute myself and say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh my gosh, I'm cussing way too much.
Yeah, we need to get that jar out already.
I know.
See,
I
when you lean in
know.
like that, they can see you on the camera. See, that's what that is. It takes pictures and then it's shot out to. Okay. OM. Nice to see you. Sean, great to see you. I need somebody to there. Just need if you just grab that and scroll up and we can see. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
that's Masha.
There we go.
Go
See, that's
ahead,
the one.
Masha.
That's the one. I wanted to wave at her. Okay,
Thank
you
you,
can hit it again. Perfect. Okay, let's light the candle. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this.
Kill your egregores. Damn it.
No, egregores.
I know. I do every time. I was like, "Oh no, I'm going to do it right this time," but then I realized that I was correcting myself from doing it right.
Egregores, and I forgot what it means. It's pretty egregores. Can you
Can't see
like
that.
put in the chat what it means
Getting in the
because
screen.
it's pretty damn deep. And Cheryl Smith, I feel like you're new. Welcome.
I've known her for a while.
Oh, okay, but you're new to me. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
It's my mom.
Did you say it's your mom?
Yeah, that's her. Hi, Mom. Yes, I doxed my own mother. She's the one silly enough to put her name up there, though. So,
I had something I wanted to play. Can I play this and then we can start ranting?
absolutely.
Okay, so just give me a second. And Shmasha, I reshare my screen to play this. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Oh, she's so sweet.
That's why next time we'll get you some headphones and you can be canned in with the master.
Oh.
This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago.
I'm sorry. I'm starting it over. I'm sorry.
Don't step on his punchlines.
2 reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around. I know. They say, well, if you don't vote.
I can assure you.
Hey, yeah, we didn't have a link made yet.
Sorry.
Kate, yeah, sorry, we didn't have a link made yet, so I didn't have one to drop. I'll get it made earlier next time.
No, my message came up. I don't know what happened. What happened?
We lost George. That doesn't look like George.
Okay, let me go back to my message came up because that's one of my really good friends that is wanting to be on my team for the community center I talked to you
Oh,
about. I don't want
right
to
on.
yeah, I don't know why that came up. Let me see.
But
Maybe we could just do something else for now. I'm sorry, I'm so flustered.
I'd pull up that video I was showing you, but I don't know. I'd probably get us yanked off of YouTube anyway. I'm afraid.
I'd like to just reiterate, kill your egregores. Oop, that ain't even the right. What? Oh, I think that's Masha.
Take it off,
That's
goofball.
okay.
That's
No, that's okay. Because she
my
didn't know
wife.
I was doing this. So egregores, yes. Ancient term for the grouping, more or less. Political parties, yes. I remember him saying that, but I just couldn't remember.
Egregores.
And that's my bad. That's my bad.
That's all right. That's why you had me convinced because I do it all. I swap back and forth all the time. That and frustrated. I say frustrated, and I don't think is there an R in frustrated? No. So it's frustrated. See,
No,
and I know.
there is an R. It's
No, okay, so it is frustrated.
R-U. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I always said it frustrated, and even when I spell it, I leave the R out. And so I have to remember to correct myself, but then I can get into a loop and then uncorrect it because I corrected my correction. Then I end up spelling it frustrated anyway. It's very frustrating.
I'm so
Thank
mad.
you,
I
Iggories.
really want to play this video, and I'm so mad that it didn't play. But if I spend too much time on it, it'll
Frustrated,
look funny.
yes. Twitter-pated.
So let me get back to the chat.
Where were we?
Let me get back to you.
So did we lose George Carlin? Is he gone?
That's what I was trying to look for. If you want to just talk yourself,
Okay. Well,
let me find it. Okay, so let me remove myself and let you just rant. Is that okay?
I can. Yeah, I can do that.
Are you comfortable with that? Okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm just the better half here is trying to give me stage directions, but she's making them up as she goes. So I don't know what this means, and I don't know what this means. I mean, this. Yeah, I know what that one means. Yeah, I know that one too. Yeah. Stop it. I'm trying to be professional here. So we were going to talk. I was talking to Abby earlier about I finally got a chance to see what I would put out in the universe, or well, not really, but I got to see Kennedy do his rebuttal debate during the Trump Biden debate. And if you haven't seen it, I guess it's not really, I don't know if it's worth catching or not, but if you come at it from the opinion that RFK is looking for a VP nod from Trump, it's pretty funny how he doesn't say much to piss Trump off. You know, he said a lot of times he'll say, "Oh yeah, I think Trump answered that one right." Between the two of them, Trump, yeah, he's starting to sound a lot like Tulsi Gabbard did when she was getting out of the Democratic Party, going, you know, some of those Republicans, they make a good point. So yeah, I think he's trying to cushion his landing there maybe a little. I'm not sure. I need some help here because I was going to go with the chat. So if you click on those, no mastermind, no fingers. Was I pointing again?
No, it's when you flip me off. There's
Oh,
nothing coming.
She did it first.
They're not responding.
And then you just click on it again and it goes away. Then you find the okay. Did we?
They weren't talking about whatever you were talking about. Do they hear what I hear?
Probably. I don't know.
Well then,
I'm sorry. No,
stay in your lane.
I'm sorry.
See-
I'm back. I'm back.
see, that's what I get when you get. If you leave me here by
I
myself,
need
you
some
just get me
help.
arguing with the better half.
Y'all are so cute. I love y'all. You're too cute. Oh, I think I found the George Carlin thing. I think I found it.
Good, because I was done tap dancing.
But look, I also saw. oop, I also saw the response from Jill Stein. She was mostly begging for money, but said some stuff. Okay. And I watched Jasmine Sherman. What she did was way more than Jill Stein, in my humble opinion. She let the commentator ask a question. She paused it. She made a response herself and then played it so you could hear their responses so you can compare them.
That's pretty much what Kennedy RFK did too, except he let them go first, and then he'd give his answer after they were done. So he always got the last word.
And he's a Zionist, so I'm not
Yeah.
cool with that. I'm not cool with that.
Even if he was a Zionist, I still think
Oh.
he's a Moderna op or a Pfizer op.
He's a
No,
something
roll your
op.
eyes. Roll your eyes.
No,
Just
I
because
didn't
he's
roll
gets
my eyes. I didn't roll my eyes.
this one over here. All right.
Oh, I don't know why this keeps coming up, but okay, here we go. So, can we play this now? Let me see. We having technical difficulties, but
Two
here we
reasons I don't
go.
vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around. I know. They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent people, and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year, you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much. Two reasons I don't vote.
I love George.
So, I have something to say about this. Okay, because that's a white man. He can say that. Black people had to fight for the right to vote. So it's been instilled in us that we need to vote. Like for our ancestors, we have to vote. Okay, I'm going to vote for my ancestors, but I'm going to vote my morals and my values. And it's not going to be Joe Biden or Trump. Hell no. Because I feel like I'm spitting on my ancestors' graves if I do that.
Well, and it's just another, if you keep doing we got to vote red to get rid of blue or get rid of vote blue to get rid of red, that's what we've been doing for the last, 70 years, 80 years, and it's not working. And every time we get a third party even remotely close, they immediately get pulled down saying, well, without ranked choice voting, all you're doing is you're stealing votes from the other candidate. You know, a vote for Jill is a vote for Trump kind of bullshit.
Mhm.
And that,
I told you, my mom told me that.
yeah,
I was so disappointed. Oh my God.
it's
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard.
well, it's not
This is
sustainable.
why I played that first thing about the boomers. They are in a whole nother universe. And they are in like a utopian idea of what America is.
Hi, Jacqueline. Glad you found us.
Yeah, thank you for posting that. I was going to ask you to post that. So we're trying to work on that, Jacqueline. We're new to this podcast thing, so
Yeah,
we're
theoretically,
working on
I haven't even looked. Theoretically, we're doing this on my Twitter page, but I've never done it before. Don't know how to do it. I just hit the button that said, "Hey, look at that! We're on Twitter. Look, there's you." Well, you just stuck your face in. Cool. All right, so that worked. So yeah, if you can't find us here, you can find me on Twitter, and then if you can't run it there, you can at least click over to here.
Other Smashers is handling the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
You need anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you. That's Todd Smith.
You got
Just
your pick
join.
in there?
Just join.
I will.
She was asking, do we need her to, do her thing? I said, no, we have the other part of Smasha. I never set it up on Rumble, but whatever.
Yeah, you have to do keys and all that stuff. And from what I heard, Rumble is not as well. Rumble's part owner of True Social, so they're definitely on the Republican slant anyway.
Shamasha, can you pull up that Cheryl Smith comment again?
I know.
About I'm so happy. Yes.
She's listening through, so she's going to be 3 or 4 seconds delayed.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We love you.
Oh, do you want the other one?
No, this one. I wanted to say this because yes, I'm almost 50 years old.
That
I'm
one?
47. And I wanna keep my connection to my elders and to young people. So I don't, like be in a tunnel by myself. Like I want to make sure I understand how older people feel and how younger people feel. So I don't be acting crazy. Does that make sense? I said it real elementary like, but I feel
No,
like
you have 1 foot in, have 1 foot in each world.
exactly. Exactly. I'm so happy I'm as old as I am. I'm so happy you as old as you are too. And her heart cries out to young people. I love that. My heart cries out to young. We talked about this. I'm not
Thank you, Egregores. I forgot to like it myself. I guess I can't remember to like it. I can't ask you guys to remember to like it either, huh?
You came up with that name.
Who did?
You.
What name? Oh, Better Half? Yeah, she's gonna.
She calls her own self his better half.
No, yeah, I gave her that name, so she wasn't bragging.
Oh,
she wanted something that would go with the hour, and I said, "How about half hour?" And she said half hour, and I said, "How about better half hour?" So that was me. It was a team effort from the better half.
And Todd, look, there's so much I want to share with y'all, but I don't want to jinx it, and I'm just waiting. But I'll talk to you, Mastermind.
Please do.
On our personal time, I'll talk to you about it.
So when we were talking before, we were.
Yes, it was a. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
It was a clip of George Carlin. Yes.
The great George Carlin.
So what were you about to say?
Oh, I was going to see if you wanted to segue into Louisiana schools, or if you wanted to just keep going with the chat room and see if they have any earth-shattering subjects that they want to discuss before we started telling them what to think.
I forgot we was talking about that. I do want to segue into Louisiana schools. That would be great. And Todd Smith, she has a master's in special education and leadership education. So she would be great to talk about this. So let me you start talking. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm just gonna call her and tell her to come back in the room.
Okay.
That's good?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
If you don't mind me knocking on Louisiana while you're gone a little bit. Louisiana is one of 2 states now where they have made a law that says the 10 Commandments has to be posted on the wall, like poster size. You can't do the... Well, I know. Well, you can say it. They can hear you. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Brag it up. Better half has a master's in education, so she wants... Go ahead, say it. Oh, you don't want to be seen or heard. You'll tap me and interrupt me mid sentence, but all of a sudden now you're shy.
She doesn't have to be seen, but she could be heard.
No, she can't talk now. She's got a mouthful of sandwich. So Louisiana is making it so the 10 Commandments has to be posted on the wall, and I just wondered what we were thinking about the kind of hornet's nest they're kicking, what kind of Pandora's box they're going to be opening by either allowing every Satanist organization or every other religion making sure that they get posted on there, or suing to get on there, or if it is just going to just be one lawsuit after another.
Todd Smith is going to enter the chat.
Awesome.
She was like, what? Bet.
Better half of the sandwich. Yes, she is. She always takes the heel of the bread.
Oh.
The hoe piece. You see the hoe piece in there? That was a skinny hoe. Nobody would touch in that one. You know what the hoe slice is, right?
I mean,
did we have that conversation already?
I don't think so. Wait, I'm sorry.
In my 6th grade class, we had a portrait of Emma Goldman above the clock in our classroom, right?
Thank you. Sometimes I can't see. Here is Todd Smith has entered the chat.
Not yet.
Come on with it, girl.
So, and then
I'm sorry. What were you about to say?
I was going to start talking about the separation of church and state, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
No, you can talk about it. Put your headphones
What are you putting
on.
it?
But she's here, so I can.
And we could do this. So I'm gonna let her leave the studio and come back in without.
Oh,
camera.
down here.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So give me a second. Can you just keep talking?
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
I started talking some half a century ago, and I haven't really stopped since. You can ask the better half about that one.
Wait.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said? We need to click that right there. Right there, yes. Click. There we go. And that way they can talk and we will be able. Oh, now you can unclick it. She's back. Perfect.
Can we put her in here? No, I messed it up. I'm sorry.
Well, I think we're good.
No, she's not. It says device not connect. Scoot back.
See, this is what we would have to do if we had another computer. Then you would have your own little window there, and you could have your own headphones. But unfortunately, we're sharing a computer on this end, so basically, her sound is through Bluetooth, and so she's about 30 seconds behind us. So if you need to ask her anything, you have to wait 30 seconds to get a reply from the better half. But if we get speakers hooked up there, we'll have that set.
What the fuck is happening?
Are we good?
Okay. Give me 2 minutes so Tosh Schmidt can enter the chat. Is that okay?
I think so. I think we're good.
Okay.
I guess we'll clip this part out when we don't do the clips for YouTube. You don't have to. You're good. You're doing an awesome job, better half.
There's no comment.
Huh? No, because there's
What happened? You have to leave and come back, I think.
what?
She's
Yeah.
there. She can do it.
No, if you got to take care of mom, you're fine. Just put her right there.
No.
Yeah.
If she
We
has
may-
to take care of mom, then she has to take care of mom. That's it. Here we
Yeah,
go.
thank you, Jacqueline. It reminded me about my connection with Taylor Swift.
Stop cam. Okay. And
I haven't made my wife laugh on that one. So I guess what I'm gonna do now is
Aw.
what? You can't make noises. You can either talk or you can
here we
not.
go. Here we go.
Move your camera.
What?
We could
Move your camera.
shake your rumpa.
Hey. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Can y'all hear her?
We're in. I hear her.
Okay. This is a woman that has a master's in special ed and leadership education, and she's about to talk to you about Louisiana education.
Yes.
Come on, Todd Smith. Come with it.
Okay. We'll last on the list.
Well, there's one other state that is doing this with the 10 Commandments, but I think this might just be the beginning and not the end of it. And I was hoping that it wasn't going to take a bunch of, petty lawsuits to get schools to stop doing this. But the only people that are going to lose are the taxpayers. It's like when a cop beats somebody up, it doesn't come out of the cop's pocket. That comes out of the city's pocket. It comes out of the it comes out of the tax base. So what are these schools supposed to do?
Toss.
What are the schools supposed to do? Right now, in my particular parish, Louisiana is broken up into parishes. In my parish, there is overwhelming change in the top leadership of several schools. I've been teaching here in Louisiana since about 2014, and if if I'm seriously being, if I'm being serious, every year is a change. So first of all, you have to have consistency in something in education. You know what I mean? It's either the curriculum has changed or the teachers changed and it's a long-term substitute in there. You know what I mean? Who it's just an inconsistent. The only consistency is chaos, and when chaos,
Right.
just like you look at our country with chaos, a lot of things can happen to benefit other people in the midst of chaos. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, they'll never let a good disaster go to waste.
right, somehow people still are being promoted. Somehow people still getting raises in certain areas. You know what I mean? It's reflective of the country. So, and
Well,
Louisiana is, like you say, it's not different than Texas. Everybody have their own unique set of problems in education, but the consistency is I mean, the constant is the inconsistency and disconnect from, making a consistent change in the communities.
right. Well, and that's better half is got her master's, and then my mom, Cheryl, was also a teacher all through. I mean, I would remember I rarely ever took the bus to school because I'd always ride to school with her in the morning because she was teaching at the same school almost my entire life. And
How cool is that?
right, well, no, not that cool because when I went to school, my class there was 50 kids in the graduating class, so it's really small, and the building went from kindergarten, and then it went all the way up through junior high, elementary and junior high, and then the fourth-story building that was attached to the end was the high school. So my mom teaching fourth grade would be in the same teachers lounge as my high school teachers.
Right.
So if I pulled some shit at the beginning of the class, she'd know about it before lunch. There was no taking notes home to your parents to have them sign.
Yeah. I mean, we have some pockets of little parishes like that here in Louisiana. My class was not huge for compared to yours it was, but compared to a couple other parishes, we're a small country town too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you still have quality athletes that come from there. You have quality scientists, doctors, lawyers. You know what I mean? That should not affect the quality of the education you receive. The size of your population.
Right. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Just the number. You're playing odds when you're talking bigger. That doesn't necessarily describe anything about the people that are actually there.
No.
Oh.
Walker says, haha, that sounds awful. I'm wondering what he means. And I wanted to say to you, Mastermind, I didn't know your mother was an educator, or maybe I forgot or something. My mom was a scientist, turned educator. So she was a scientist for the first of her career, and then she became a professor. She worked at Southern University, she worked at LSU, and then she became a dean at Baton Rouge Community College.
So she's.
Oh yeah.
She was on the cover like this magazine.
Oh
This
yeah.
is pre CSI stuff, right? I mean, before it started catching on and all that, she was on the cover of a science or an education magazine about science, and it was her and two other ladies, and they were like the CSI of this department. So she's pretty cool.
So basically, she ain't for play.
No, my mom was a fourth grade teacher. You guys win.
Mm-mm. What I love about you,
just playing.
That's important too.
I'm just playing.
Y'all have so much in common.
Law is a preschool teacher. That all that is important.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just playing.
You guys have a lot in common, like education and your family background. Y'all taking care of people who love and need you. I appreciate y'all. I just want to say that.
Well, and that's kind of why I was wanting to do this with Abby in the first place, because as completely opposite as we should be.
Mhm.
We're way more alike than I would even imagine. I mean, you know, with our backgrounds and our kind of philosophies, even though we start from completely different ends of the spectrum, we both ended up going right down the same path.
Again, a reflection of how our country is supposed to be, right? You can have differences, but underneath you have a lot of similarities if you just take time to talk to people.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's kind of the whole point of the duopoly or the 1% or the whatever you want to call them. But it's always been divide and conquer right down the line from the very beginning. Anytime that you can make a they, or then you can make a we, and then you can exclude people. That's divide and conquer.
Yep.
I still have some of my 4th grade students come and tell me I was their favorite teacher. And, you know, Mom, I know that sounds, but I hear that all the time. Every time like I said, small town, and I haven't been back there in a while, but anytime I see somebody from my past, it's always like, oh yeah, your mom was a great teacher. I loved her. So she must have done something right.
I'm trying to figure out, old man Barker, what are you saying?
What was he saying? It sounds awful. Probably about 50 kids in my graduating class. Or having mom being right there, having mom going into the teacher's lounge when you could still smoke, and she's in there smoking with all my teachers. And I'm sure, I can't imagine as an adult now the stories that they were telling her.
Oh.
Just as a kid trying not to get killed. Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I couldn't get away with anything. Nothing. I have a 6-year-old autistic son. For the first time, he's in a class that can help him. It's amazing what these people do. Yeah, right on, Sean. For sure.
Oh my God. Is it about to storm out there?
Mm-hmm.
You getting some weather down there?
It's about to go down. It's like, I can hear it. It's scary.
Yeah, we actually got like a ton of hail last week. So anything that was out, any of the plants, if anybody around here had a garden that wasn't covered, everything just got ruined. Fortunately, I had a roof over my plants, but that was about every tree has, all the leaves have holes in it. They were, probably a little smaller than marble-sized hailstones. Oh, it is raining. Look at that. Yeah, it's raining here too. Thank you, better half. She makes me look outside.
It's thundering here, like scary thunder. Yeah. Right, Josh Schmidt? Scary thunder.
What's scary is the sun is still out.
Ha!
Yeah. Like, wow. How is this happening?
Mom
like
says
I said, it matches everything.
So yes, I was a child of the 80s. Let's see. Graduated 88, so went to high school like 1984. And that was I had the Billy Idol haircut. I had probably 3 or 4 different hairstyles. I mean, I never went with any color other than my platinum blonde. They started doing the blues and purples and stuff. That was a little bit later, but yeah, that was. I had it.
And Cheryl Smith. I'm sorry.
It's one of those. It's one of those unusual foreign names. You have to work on the pronunciation on that one.
You see how he's such a bullshitter. Cheryl Smith went just to have a black person. And I'm a light-skinned black person, so you see my hair. My hair is like half white, half black type of stuff. Can you imagine being a dark-skinned black person and having the hair grow out your head and
straight out like doop, and they trying to demonize you for it? Yeah. See, I think that'd be
That's
awesome.
crazy
Just
work.
it's have your hair grow out instead of down. See, I'm a little envious. I think that's why white people always want to touch black people's hair, because it's cool because it goes straight out. That's not anything we're used to. Hair grows, it just starts growing down in your eyes. For having it come straight up, that's fucking awesome.
It's like a work of art. You can do a lot of things with it. I saw something today that's had me like, what is this world coming to? It was a young little kid, maybe in like second grade, and he had a haircut, like a normal little nice box style haircut, and he had 2 lines on the side of his hair. 2 lines. His school has such a strict policy that he was put into in-school suspension because those 2 lines went against their code.
Only have one line.
Yeah, even though his dad said he'd been having a haircut for like 6 months.
His mom. Oh shit! You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's thundering. So his mom had to take that one line and take a black marker and like
Paint his forehead.
Yeah, and like paint it so he can go back to school without suspension. It was crazy work.
That reminds me of like during the war when women would paint like the line of fishnet stockings on the back of their legs to make it look like they're actually wearing stockings.
And like the dude that had locks,
and they made him cut
and they cut them for him to wrestle. I couldn't believe. I was so mad. I was so hurt. I wasn't just mad. I was hurt because people don't understand what black people and locks, like what the meaning of locks is to us.
Just hair, period.
Just hair, period. Thank you.
But technically, you see, like, it could be a uniform shirt. Like a big thing that Louisiana have was in our area is hoodies, right? Students are not allowed to wear hoodies. They could sell them at school. You could wear them for your team events. But when I tell you as a teacher, as an administrator, to have to spend hours, mediating arguments with teachers and students and parents over hoodies, tell me where education comes into play at the school.
Right. You got nothing better to do than worry about what somebody's wearing.
Hours. When I say hours, I mean hours.
I believe you. Absolutely. Because that's what some of these people live for. They live for the chaos and the conflict that justifies their existence. That's what they're there for. If everything went smoothly, we wouldn't need those people.
Exactly.
They have to stir the shit to justify their own existence. Not that I feel a certain way on that or anything. Let me tell you how I really feel.
Yeah.
Got off topic, but the topic was how they put 10 commandments in the schools in Louisiana. Like they made that a law. Let's talk about that.
What?
The
You
10
know
Commandments? Oh my God.
A law?
Yes.
Ooh.
You didn't know that? You know
That's
why?
your-
You know why
that's-
she don't know that? Because
We
they
don't-
well, I don't want to tell her business, but whatever.
No,
No, knowing about certain things is a privilege. There's a lot of information that don't get to the people that need it. Know it. Like I said, like we were talking about, as long as you keep them distracted, you can continue to do what you need to do.
Oh, well, and absolutely. And it's not only is it like you can't just put it on a 3x5 note card. It's got to be full poster size, big print. Make sure everybody can read the 10 Commandments when they come into school every day. I don't know if it's high school, but I'm sure it's at least up until elementary. So they're not only indoctrinating people with the Pledge of Allegiance, then they also have to throw in the 10 Commandments. But I don't. I don't know how they're going to do that without having to do every other religion, without trying to claim that there's a church separation of church and state.
You
You
have
have
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people.
people, black people that are upset that prayer was taken out of church, out of schools. And you have a lot of white people that feel the same way, but for different reasons, if that makes sense.
Well, certainly, they are all in favor of prayer in school as long as it's praying to Jesus, or as long as it's not praying to the other team. Then they're just fine with it. But if your kids had to sit through Muslim prayer rugs in the gymnasium, you'd know that there would be hell to pay for that. No. Right?
Oh my God.
They wouldn't even have to participate if their kids saw that happening. They would be up in arms and they'd be at the teacher parent conferences.
Parent conference meetings.
Yeah, beat your parent.
we don't have a sponsor anymore because
Yeah.
we got sponsor.
No, I'm doing.
Sponsor.
I took over for
Oh, okay.
I just saw Monarch throw it up there. His parents wore a uniform many years ago in Peru. I get the whole formality, but maybe that begs the question: how too strict were strict people? Right. I get. If they're back. I grew up in the 80s, so I could see where if you started wearing gang-affiliated clothing into school, that could be an issue because, even if it's not the case, you're still going to start fights just because of what color somebody's wearing. I don't know if that is based on fact or if that's just based on fear and people anticipating that coming. But
That's real.
it's definitely a slippery slope because then you can justify one line in your hair or two lines in your hair, or what's the next trigger that's going to happen next time.
I mean, look, they can remove and restrict all kinds of things. If kids want to fight, they can fight. They fight over a pencil. They'll fight.
Right.
They'll fight over who's standing first in line, to go to the restroom or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
conflict without we. You know how you have core subjects, right? You have math, science, so English, blah blah blah. Conflict resolution. As much turmoil as we have in our society and families, right? Why isn't conflict resolution a core subject?
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like, why don't they teach kids how to successfully manage relationships? You know what I mean? Like your parents, your friends. Teach them about things that occur on a daily basis that make them feel odd and strange. Then they grow up into bitter people and they hold positions that are of importance in other people's lives. You know what I mean? So it's connected. So basically, that's what
I'm trying to do with Elevate My Education. You can look it up, elevatemyeducation.com. We're trying to teach emotional intelligence to not just students, but their parents. Because if your parents aren't straight, you're not gonna be, you gonna be off.
Right. Yeah. You're not getting sweet fruit from a bitter tree. Took me until my 30s to understand conflict resolution, right? That's not something. See, and I was talking to the better half about Rockefeller going into the schools and making sure that they had a curriculum that kept them just smart enough to push the buttons and not smart enough to critically think or question authority. And that's why Americans on average read at a 5th grade level, because you only need a 5th grade level to read start and stop, which is all they want.
We were just talking about that. All they want is workers.
Yeah,
they don't want business owners. They don't want any of that. They just want workers.
They want people to conform to rules.
Yeah.
So you could be, a little nice.
But we
chic.
don't want that. We want to make
Well,
entrepreneurs. We want to
and
make business
like I
owners.
said, I'm coming from a perspective of educator. Mom's an educator. I was not the best student by any stretch of the imagination, but I also was resenting being turned into one of these drone bees.
I was too.
I wanted.
And I had all the education in the world.
That's a good point.
I've had so many certifications. I got an MCSE. I got a Salesforce certification. I have a 2 bachelor's degrees. I got all the education in the world, and it still didn't help me in this society.
Right.
I still was not respected in the boardroom. I still had a white man. Sorry, but this is true. Listen to what I said, dismiss me, then said the same shit that I just said and took credit for it. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I don't want to be no type of thing anymore. I want to do my own shit.
Yeah, like imagine actually being taught things that you need in your daily life. You know what I mean? Do you need to solve equations in your daily life? Yes. Technically, problems you can convert problems into equations, but if kids don't know simple things, how to speak to people, how to handle their emotions, and not let it get them off track. Those are like essential skills that help to strengthen learning the other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get those certifications. That shit ain't sweet.
Yeah. Right.
So kudos to you.
Yeah. Home ec. I don't know. Do they even have home ec in school anymore?
It's called
They
consumer
do.
science. Like
We don't call it home ec.
it's a different name.
It's,
Yeah,
electives.
Electives?
Yes.
it is an elective, but they have customer service, something like it's broken down into those kind of names like that. It's not basically home ec.
Right. Right. How to do the not flipping burgers, but get you ready for your Mick job.
Your job at Woodlawn High, it was like consumer
Was that
customer service.
right?
It's right there.
We have to
That book
mute
said.
her when Tosh is talking, or else it's an echo.
Well,
I know that's.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to help her. She's still learning how to do it, but she's 30 seconds behind, so I have to just kind of
and
point.
also Tosh Schmidt is never on, like this is her first time on camera, so
Right, and it's just because you're back to back, so she's picking up
Right.
your mic and you're picking up hers.
yes, exactly.
$1,000 to take Cisco yeah, right. Yeah, who's got $1,000 just to take a Cisco certification? How it's going to take you? Well, I know they make, but it's still going to take you a couple weeks just to make up for that test, right?
Thank you.
It's
And
not like
I did all that shit.
right. Yeah, if you're one of those that has to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, so it's going to cost you $1,000 before you can even start applying for the job. You want worker drones who will vote for the debate, right? Yeah, vote the duopoly.
Actually, what's a growing thing here in Baton Rouge? There was a new superintendent that came from Florida. I think he came from Florida. He's no longer here. Baton Rouge is looking for a new superintendent, but he had a different way of breaking up the schools and creating different positions. And another thing he tagged, almost every school is a magnet school for some specific type of thing. It could be dance, technology. It could, you know what I mean? Like, I noticed that they rebrand the schools. I don't give a damn what you call it. If it doesn't have quality inside the schools, it to me doesn't mean anything. But you spend a whole lot of money and time and resources trying to create this false image when the substance is not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So we got a little bit off of the Ten Commandments, but I'm glad that we are.
I mean, y'all told me something new. That's something I'm looking at right
No,
now.
yeah, absolutely. I guess I kind of threw you under the bus there. I just was assuming that if you were, they would have that would. Well, and I guess that makes perfect sense that the teachers would be the last ones to know what was actually going on.
It takes
Of course
10
they will
years
be.
for a law to
I know
It takes 10 years.
Yes.
and he can't wait to be sued because of
for a
it.
law to
Right.
implement it.
Right. That Sammy was saying it's going to take a full decade before from it to go into a law that every classroom having one of the posters in it, which I guess I kind of understand, but I don't know. I just don't.
Mm.
What's that?
You want to talk about the Brave case now?
Sure.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm up.
You know how I found out about that? I was in a store and the cashier was telling her story about her and her son was taken there, right? And I was like, my mind was blown listening to her, how terrified she was that they were going to lose their lives and stuff. And it was like nothing happened to them, to the officers that did it, and they continue doing it
Is she
and
muted right
terrorizing
now?
people.
Sorry.
We should probably explain to people what that
What it
means.
is.
So in Baton Rouge, they have what they call a Brave Cave. So it is a warehouse that the BRP Baton Rouge Police Department owned, and they would take um,
Random.
not just random
Well,
minority
random minority.
and
people.
mostly black people to the Brave Cave, this housing facility, and they would beat the shit out of them before they took them to jail.
Or just
It's like they would take comfort in beating the shit out of black people
Mhm.
before they took them to
It was
jail.
basically terrorizing people.
Basically terrorizing people. So they called it the Brave Cave. Then when it came out, when it finally came out,
Their own version of the CIA black site, their own Guantanamo.
yeah. And then the BRPD was like, "Oh, we just gonna shut this down." No, I need reparations for these people.
It was a lot.
They don't believe in reparations for black people at any given moment. I don't
Well,
like
that
it.
would they got it. They have to keep funding those police cop cities. They can't be taking money away from that. It's got to come from somewhere.
Mhm. So I'm gonna share my screen and show the Brave Cave. And I'm sorry, y'all, we not really into the chats because Smasha, we don't have a Smasha.
we got to smash it back though.
There's nothing.
Oh, we got a
I
Smasha
know.
back. Okay, so here's the Brave Cave. You see what it says? Baton Rouge police tortured detainees. Tortured.
Yeah. But
in
they can't.
this facility.
That's why they need it. They can't torture them in the police station. They'll get in trouble for that shit. There's cameras and shit.
The FBI, and I'm gonna read it if that's okay. Let me make it big so people can see. I'll be looking this way, okay? You can see that, I'm sure. The FBI in Louisiana has been asked to assist the Baton Rouge Police Department in its criminal and internal investigation. Of course, they investigate themselves and find they did nothing wrong, but whatever.
Sean, that's a good point about the
To say the same.
ex-military
Yep.
being cops. That one right there. Yeah. Big problem is also a lot of ex-military become cops. Yeah, I think that military experience should disqualify you from
Should.
becoming a police officer because it's a completely different set of skills. It's not a force that you want to control a population. It's a service that she's already given me dirty looks.
No, I was
Yeah, it's
gonna
community based.
add
No,
to
I
that,
believe that. It should be community based.
Go through as much police training.
No,
They reduce your police training.
right.
You
Yeah.
have
if
a
you-
military
Yeah,
background.
right. Yeah, you only have to do half as much training if you're ex-military. But what I'm saying is that should disqualify you completely from ever being a police officer, because the first thing they teach you to do is to solve your problems by shooting somebody, and that's not how I want my police
Because you're
Boom,
police
boom.
officer to.
a military a military soldier is a trained killer.
I think
Yeah.
you're on
The
mute.
police are supposed
Oh,
to
you
de-escalate.
can hear
I'm
it?
sorry. Yeah, my bad.
You can
We
hear?
got it. Yeah,
Oh.
your mic's good enough to pick her up too.
Oh, okay.
And that way we're not getting the echo.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful. Hi, Steve, by the way.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad
You know,
you're here.
Steve Wolfbrandt made it in.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Right, Jack?
About goddamn time.
Right?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
We've been sitting. Now that Steve's here, we can finally start the damn show. We've been waiting for you the whole damn time, Steve.
Oh, goddamn time. Where you been?
I hope you brought something for everybody. We've been waiting here for you. Did you bring snacks?
So, yes. What y'all say?
See you, Sean.
I'm all flustered now.
Comment up here.
I'm all flustered now. Okay.
Are other people?
Somebody else is trying to click that. So
I'm putting
you're
it
not the
back
only-
up. Okay. So the Baton Rouge Police Department is committed to addressing these troubling accusations and has initiated administrative and criminal investigation. The police department said in a statement to CNN of all places. Baby. Look at this. The latest number 18.
It's just an ad from CNN. Uh-oh. You still there? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Is it me or is it somebody froze? I think somebody got hit with a lightning strike. If you can hear me, a chat, can I get a thumbs up? Oh, Kit's in the house. Hey, Kit. Thanks for showing. Looks like I'm talking to myself. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't hear them.
okay. Looks like we lost Abby. Oh, there she is. We hear you. So we are. Oh,
she
and they're gone. So it's been an hour and 12 minutes, and I don't know if Abby's coming back or not. We'll see if she can get back in.
Here,
Oh,
talk with you for a second. till she
Oh.
gets back. Oh.
so we. Oh, look at this one right here. Look at her
yeah, it's
peeking.
weather related here. Can you hear me?
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear
somebody
you.
was talking.
Yeah,
These were really
that's
good
what I thought. I
points.
heard a big thunder bang. Lyra,
Yeah,
I
it's
spent a
something.
number of years advocating for people who have been sexually harassed as children. There's a case, Gonzalez versus the USA, where a municipality can do the best they can with their resources. Yeesh. There is no protection. They're allowed to be selective, and you can't force them to enforce the law, right? Oh, well, do we have anything else?
Hey, I'm here with I'm on Todd Smith. I'm about to start my camera.
Oh, there she is. The quick swap.
Todd
Nice.
Quick swap.
Right.
She says she hates being on the camera.
That's all right. I got this one. This one says the same thing too, but I keep catching her peeking in. It's like the little kid that peeks around the banister, sneaking down the stairs, trying to check to see if
Jacqueline, we love Heartlands Media, so thank you for that.
Yeah, Kit's in the house. Did you see that? He showed up. He made his mandatory appearance.
I see that because I don't know what's going on. The thunderstorms and everything is doing something crazy up in here.
Well, yeah, it's gonna even if it doesn't take out the electricity, just the interruptions can throw off your internet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try.
We should probably wrap it up then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be able to
Right.
be here. Because it's
Snarky Y2K.
It's getting louder and louder out there.
Yeah. Get down to the storm cellar. I would like to try a different policing strategy that was not possible 20 years ago.
Here.
Oh yeah, right. You're at sea level.
Louisiana, we're at sea level. We don't even bury our dead underground.
Right. Yeah, you got to have those above ground catacombs and shit.
Exactly.
That's creepy as hell.
It's not creepy.
It is. That is. I guess it's that creepier than putting somebody in a hole. That's kind of creepy
It's creepy to you because it's not normal to you.
Well,
but
yeah,
we always buried our
I guess because
ground.
I don't know. I never died, so it's all creepy to me.
Well, I wanna be turned into fertilizer personally.
Yeah, with the would you see that
out loud so everybody knows?
They put you in one of those like dirt ball things, and they put you in a tree, plant and you grow out of the tree.
Yeah, I want to be a fertilizer for a tree. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right. She's talking about being. She's trying to join in the conversation, but she's 30 seconds behind. So 30 seconds, she's going to know exactly what we're talking about.
What'd she say?
She's talking about
for a tree too.
Yeah, she's talking about using no fertilizer, no formaldehyde and stuff. But that was like 30 seconds into, we were already talking about the root ball thing.
Well, you're doing a great job, Shmasha, because this is your first time and you've never done it before. So I know it's hard. So thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Leora, I like the tree idea too. Yeah, I think, you know what it is? There's an actual thing where they put you like in a big pod.
Yeah, they put you in a pod and you
eco burial. Yeah.
You become fertilizer for the tree roots.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, put me into a peach tree so you can kiss my fuzzy butt every spring.
You can't even put seeds in your pockets in normal burials.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
No seeds.
Right. Yeah. They won't. Well, yeah, because they got you in a concrete and then they'll crack the concrete. Better Half was saying that in a regular funeral, you can't, like, you know how you can put a joint, like Bob Marley got a joint and a guitar in his casket. They won't let you put seeds in your pocket. You can't be buried with seeds because they don't want you breaking up their concrete tombs and all that wooden mahogany caskets that they sell you for $10,000 that you're only going to get to see for about an hour and a half, and then you bury it underground. Death in this country, maybe one of these days we'll do a whole hour on death in this country and all the scams there. According to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you come back in 49 days. It sounds like one good long moon cycle, and then get everything squared away. Sounds about right.
Oh,
Hi, Snark.
Snorky, yes, Norway has a similar burial method where they treat you like lutefisk, and then after 2 years turn into fertilizer.
Not lutefisk.
Isn't that where isn't that bleach? They do that with bleach and shit. Lutefisk.
Yeah, with lutefisk, it's like fish they put in
Get
the
away
ground with
from that
bleach or
with
some
DNA
shit.
memories.
No, Snark. Come back with an explanation. Snort.
You're talking about the eco
cold work.
burial. Better half was saying they don't want to let you do the eco burials because they don't want your DNA memory coming back into the worms and into the ground, and so she's
it's
getting,
lie.
she's getting very
says
hippie.
It's lie.
Hippies.
Lie, that's right. Yeah, they use the lie for the
And
lutefisk.
can I say something about
Sounds
this?
delicious.
I want to say something about this for all the if any black women are watching. That's the shit they put in your hair to straighten your hair. Why are you putting that on your head, your scalp, close to your brain? Stop it.
Vanity's a bitch.
Vanity's a bitch. I can't look at the comments. I'm sorry. It's going too fast. And
Yeah, I grew up in the Midwest in Iowa, so I was close enough to Minnesota to know that lutefisk is nothing that you ever want to get anywhere close to any food hole that you possess. Can't believe they still sell it. Yeah, well, there's, you can still find tripe. There's a lot of weird shit that people eat. Depending on where you're from, they think it's freaking delicious.
I think Tosh Schmidt is talking about perm for black women's hair. I think that's what she's talking about.
Not hippie. Scientific.
Because it has lye in it.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's talking about because I know her. So, but I lived in Minnesota for a little bit too.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned about lutefisk, and I was like, "What the fuck? Y'all do what? Say that again."
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Well, I guess
Tosh Schmidt is talking about perms in black women hair. They put lye on black women's scalp to take the curls out of their hair and make it straight to please white America.
Yeah. Well, and then I saw Storky saying he's from Northeast Iowa. I knew he was somewhere in my neck of the woods, but I didn't realize he was that close. Yeah, I went to UNI, so when that's like up by Waterloo, and then I grew up around Cedar Rapids. So that is
Snarky.
Somewhat in that neck of the woods there. So I've got some hometown viewers, close as I'm going to get, because nobody from here ever watches me other than this one right here, and she gets to watch me from the room. So, gosh, America has.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'll let you read that one since you're
America
right there.
has a thing about selling foods and products that are banned everywhere.
Every other country on the planet except for here.
Yeah.
Any other country that gives a shit about their people, yeah.
Yeah, they do sell a lot of foods and products here that are banned in other countries. And it's like, why?
Well,
y'all don't care about us.
No, it's worse. It's worse than that.
They don't care about us. Care about us.
They do care, and they want to make it worse. And the only reason I say that is you can take a bag of Doritos from the United States and a bag of Doritos from the UK, and they do not have the same ingredients by any stretch of the imagination. You can do that right down the line through every item in the grocery store. So you know they can make it properly, but they choose to make it crap and poisonous. They will give us the shit that they're not even legally allowed to sell somewhere else.
Mastermind, I was in Europe, they sell eggs
they're not refrigerated. They are like on the shelf
No, they last a lot longer on the shelf.
because
They're not
what
washed.
they do in America is they do something that makes the pores in the eggs open up, so you have to refrigerate them
Yeah, all you have to do is wash it.
or
All
something.
you have to do with the eggs is to wash them, and that takes
I can't remember.
it takes the albumin or the bloom.
Bloom.
It takes the bloom off of the egg. If you wash it, then you ruin it. Once you wash an egg, you only have 7 days in the refrigerator. If you don't wash the bloom off of the eggs, you can leave it on your counter for a month.
No, I think that there is something they do to the egg that. Oop, he gone. So it's just me.
3 months, baby. Not a month.
This is how I store my eggs.
Oh,
Right here.
In the room.
Yes.
but don't you have
These are not
chickens? though?
cold.
You have chickens.
Yes, I
Don't you
do.
have chickens? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What they do in America
And I have
in the
3
grocery
chickens.
store is mad work.
Sorry, I missed the first part. I had the headphones off. But yeah, if you
Fine.
if you just take the eggs from under the chicken and you can leave them on your counter for a couple months. But that's what she says.
It's on the FDA website.
I know, but I would still, even after a month. But what you do is you just put once you're ready to use the egg, then you wash the bloom off of it, and then you put it in water.
Well,
And if it sinks to the bottom, you're good to go. If it floats, you better smell it. But I wouldn't.
if
start-
I may,
Huh?
it's because our culture is so used to beautiful food. And if they dare get like a piece of
No, but I don't want
it.
You don't want a stinky egg. Can I
Sorry.
do a podcast here? We'll
No,
talk about
no,
eggs later.
No. I want to hear what she's saying about our culture is used to seeing beautiful food.
Oh yeah, you can't have
So
spots on your apples.
They throw shit away on purpose, and
Yeah.
the shit is still good, and you can eat it the same.
Well, and that's what. Even if that wasn't it, we throw away half of the food that we produce in this country. Half of it ends up in a landfill. Now, you can't talk about how we don't have enough resources and we don't have enough food to feed people and people need to be hungry in this country when the fact is that we intentionally waste half of it so we can increase the price on the other half. Sorry, that's my rant.
No.
I get mad about food.
We have to talk about that. Okay, so we've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, I think that's as good as any, considering we came up.
Can I say this? Shmasha, can you pull up what Tosh Schmidt said real quick? Because this man got he got fired from his job. He was working at a hotel.
Yes.
He was like, I just
What?
he would put a garbage bag and throw food in it, and then pick up the food and take it with him. And he showed that on, I think, TikTok or something, and they fired him because they say he was stealing food.
Yeah. I worked at Kroger at the grocery store, and they would take the food that was going to expire the next day and put it into a box so that some food bank or something could come around and pick up these food donations because I worked in the bakery. So, you don't get a whole lot of time between good and not good. But then, so that was my job, was every day to pull the old stock, put it into a box. Then I'd see that box sit there for a week because nobody was coming to pick it up. So I would end up throwing that away, throwing that into a dumpster. And then if anybody was to go pick through that old moldy shit in the dumpster, they get busted. Whereas I could have just taken that food that was still edible, set it out somewhere nice, and they could have used it, which is going to the food bank anyway. So what the fuck? Sorry. Like I said, I get pissed about food. What?
I get pissed about it too.
Because he fed the homeless.
Because why can't we feed people?
Yeah, Tammy's dad was had a restaurant in Denver. Better half, damn, I just doxed her. Has a restaurant in Denver, and he got written up because he'd do the beauty or Lady and the Tramp. He'd be feeding spaghetti out the back door of his restaurant. He got busted for it, right?
Yeah. That and marijuana.
It's 11. He also, he made a pizza sauce with 11 herbs and spices, but the 12th one's the one that got him busted.
So we all understand.
Right.
Look, you guys like and shit. Look, we have to do our we have to do the bullshit. Like, share, and subscribe.
Jacqueline's even worse. They pour bleach on the fish just to give it an extra couple days on the shelf. Ooh.
Oh, and then when they try to season it and mark it down, and I'm like, I don't want your old meat. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That you didn't
saw another
season up. No, thank you.
I saw another video today on Trailer Park Pundit. I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but we've seen enough of those videos where you get the rubber watermelon and the avocado that you can't get from the skin, and it looks like it's actual fucking rubber, and the banana that looks like Play-Doh. I saw one where it was fish, and she took the plastic out the fish, and it looked like magic sand. What was that? It was gooey fish. Oh shit. Sorry, Mom, you're eating supper. I probably shouldn't talk about gooey fish.
Cheryl.
It's dinner time.
I love it.
Well, I think we've got an hour and a half in. I think that's doing pretty good considering we were going to do the part 2 of 11 Demands, so we didn't have a actual agenda, so we stretched her out, we got her done, and hopefully Eric will be back next Monday and we'll do part 2 of the 11 Demands. That'll be interesting. Other than that,
Cheryl, let me just say this. I love because my living room with my TV and my kitchen is like connected. I love watching independent media while I'm cooking. So I understand exactly what you're saying, girl. Like, that's my shit. I'm just saying.
Well, I want to thank all 22 of you. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and having a civil discourse. This one was actually probably more civil than most. I kept my profanity down to a minimum. I tried anyway. So we did pretty good on that one. Didn't have any real anger issues until we started talking about food, and that always gets me riled. Sean, thank you. Host, chat. Awesome. Leora's having seafood. Sorry if I ruined your dinner as well, Leora. If you do check out that video, wait until after you finish eating seafood because it was freaking nasty. It was. It looked like Play-Doh. It looked like pink Play-Doh, maybe, or even runnier than Play-Doh. It was just bad. I'm going to stop. I'm going to get off of it because I need to eat. I'm already turning my own stomach. Jacqueline, thank you for staying up. She's in England, so it's like late for her. She's burning the midnight oil. So I think that
here we go. We love you. Don't think we don't love you. We love you.
We will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And we will have a little more civilian discourse.